Bowman to the inside, row 2, also Hendrick Chevrolets, William Byron and Jimmy Johnson, then the Fords of Eric Almirola and Brad Keselowski. We are set to go here at Talladega. And for the start, here is the Motor Racing Network's Alex Hayden.
40 of the best stock car drivers in the world will take the green flag and get underway. 500 miles of racing is now underway. The outside is the lane that's going to go from the outside across the nose of the inside, and Chase Elliott will go to the lead.
That'll take Alex Bowman to the number 2 spot. Jimmy Johnson falls in line 3rd. William Byron 4th. Pretty good choreography by the Hendrick Motorsports tandem as they exit turn 2.
Hendrick Motorsports 1, 2, 3, and 4. And all those drivers occupy the inside line. Battles on behind them for 5th. Here's where Brad Keselowski's trying to get up alongside Eric Almirola.
Looks like Keselowski getting a little help from Clint Boyer there, working that second outside lane. They draw up alongside William Byron. Keselowski and Byron fight it out for 4th. But it's Chase Elliott, followed by Bowman and Jimmy Johnson off turn 4.
And now here comes the Thunder working back off turn number 4. Didn't take long for team orders to come into play as the Hendrick Chevrolets form up down on the inside. How long will they stay up front? Maybe not that long. Here comes Brad Keselowski.
Keselowski with a big kick in the pants from Clint Boyer will power around all 4 of the Hendrick Motorsports teammates. Keselowski to the lead. Boyer to 2nd. Here comes Joey Logano topside for 3rd.
Boyer will change lanes and slide across the nose of Chase Elliott. Keselowski will slide across Boyer's nose. Here comes Logano up the middle. He's trying to make something happen. Here comes Matt Tifft around the outside.
Logano riding a very high line through turns 3 and 4. So far, it is not paying off dividends. Up at the front, it is Keselowski with a mirror full of Clint Boyer.
They run the bottom side of the racetrack. Back to the trioval they come. Lap number 2, about to go on the board of 188. The middle lane is led by Austin Dillon. That is side by side for the 6th spot. Outside lane begins to go 3 wide. Joey Logano is there.
Logano's topside, then a car length back to Matt Tifft in that extreme high lane. Kevin Harvick is there, and Michael McDowell, along with Daniel Suarez, way up top of the pack.
Leaders come out of turn number 2. Joey Logano is now in the extreme outside line. The middle line led by Austin Dillon. Field now making their way off the end of the Alabama Gang super stretch in hot pursuit of Brad Keselowski.
Austin Dillon looking pretty strong in that outside lane. Behind him, he's got Kyle Busch. No pushing going on there. The top 3 are single file, and they are trying to break away from the pack. Brett Kowski still in top spot.
It took them about 3 laps to really get wound up. The Hendrick cars qualifying in the top 4 positions. A lot of people thought that the Chevrolets early were just going to drive off in the sunset because they qualified so well, but after about 2 laps, Brad Keselowski and Clint Boyer and that Ford have got those Fords wound up, and they're leading the Chevrolets right now. And it didn't take long, guys, for those teams to get up to speed. Last time by a little over 200 miles an hour in the straightaway, average speed 198.5 miles an hour.
They're getting around the racetrack in a hurry. 2 Fords at the front of the field. And then you've got Denny Hamlin, Dan Hubbard. He started dead last. He's already inside the top 10.
He is also dueling now inside the top 5. Right on the rear bumper of Kyle Busch. Put Denny Hamlin in that 6th spot as they come off turn 4, 2 by 2.
It's taken a lap and a half, but Austin Dillon on that middle lane has got things rolling. Austin Dillon, bright green and white American Ethanol Chevrolet. He's got a trunk full of Kyle Busch. That's the outside lane, while Keselowski leads the charge downstairs.
Kyle Busch gives Austin Dillon a shove to that outside lane. Dillon will take over the number 1 spot. Now cross over to the bottom and leave Kyle Busch to lead the outside line. He's got help from Denny Hamlin.
RCR, that's Richard Childress Racing, leads again at Talladega in the legendary number 3. It's Austin Dillon at the controls. He's trying to keep Kyle Busch and others behind him.
Austin Dillon had a cushion of about 3 car lengths. That goes away in a hurry. In fact, Brad Keselowski gets to the bumper of Austin Dillon, but Dillon still maintains the lead. It'll be Keselowski and Kyle Busch side by side for 2nd.
Before we drop the green flag, it was a black number 3 Chevrolet at the front of the field. Of course, driven then by the legendary Dale Sr. Right now it is a green and white number 3 at the front of the field. Austin Dillon, but he's about to be overhauled. Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin on the move.
Hamlin gets shoved 3 wide to the outside. He's going to plummet back outside the top 10. Better results for Kyle Busch. He'll take the lead and slide down into the low groove.
Kurt Busch just forearms Denny Hamlin outside of the outside line, and right now it's Kurt who'll lead that lane. He's about 3rd in line on the outside. Kyle Busch, new leader off the end of the backstretch.
And not by much as they come into turns 3 and 4. Riding that low line is Kyle Busch. Right behind him is Austin Dillon. Kurt Busch trying to lead the charge from the outside, has to get around Brad Keselowski first.
Well, I tell you, the pack's really tight as it comes off of turn 4 down the front straightaway right now. You got to believe it's going to stay pretty tight throughout the rest of the day because of these cooler temperatures. The asphalt here has really got the cars hooked up right now. They're all handling good. I expect that to happen pretty well throughout the rest of the day, and that's the reason they're going to stay very tight throughout the day. Now, they might calm down a little bit and get single file for a while, but they're already proven they can run 2 and 3 wide with no problem, guys.
And they're on the Alabama Gang Super Stretch.
Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon, 1 and 2, side by side for third. Kurt Busch to the outside. Eric Jones just shoving Kurt into 3.
Kurt Busch inching his way up to the front around the outside of Austin Dillon. That would be the fight for the second spot. Busch simply does not have enough of momentum in the middle of the corner. When it comes off, he's a side by side with Austin Dillon.
Kyle Busch told us that he was going to qualify no better than 25th. He qualified 26. It took him 5 laps to get to the lead, but now he will be forearmed to the outside, and we've got a new leader once again back in 1.
Austin Dillon goes back to the point a little further back. They are 4 wide right now as Eric Jones and Kevin Harvick trapped in the middle. They're all going to squeeze their way off turn 2.
Wow, power move for that 4 wide lane led by Denny Hamlin up against the outside wall. Now it's back to 3 wide formation. Up front, Kurt Busch getting a shove from Kyle, trying to get Kurt to the lead.
Kurt Busch had a nose out in front momentarily. Now Austin Dillon takes the lead back from that bottom lane. Kurt Busch comes out again on the outside of turn 4, side by side for the top spot.
Kurt Busch in that middle lane's got the Monster Energy colors with a fender out in front of Austin Dillon. He's got baby brother Kyle behind him. Matt DiBenedetto is there lending assistance. This is the outside lane trying to take the lead.
Busch brothers run 1 and 2 right now, fending off all advances, at least for the moment. Kurt leaving room on the bottom of the racetrack. Now will close the door as he slides down onto the double yellow line.
Leaders exit 2 and onto the Alabama Gang Super Stretch. Now at the controls, it's Kurt Busch. He is the leader. Kyle, his brother, right behind him. Austin Dillon in third. And now the side-by-side battle is on for the number 5 position.
Here comes, that was where you find Michael McDowell trying to work his way around the outside of Clint Bowyer. Nothing doing there. And for the moment, Kyle Busch content to ride the bumper of older brother Kurt Busch.
Yeah, I would think that he would at this particular point. Only 8 make it now 9 laps complete, and the top 4 have settled down, and that would be Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon, and Brad Keselowski. Behind them, Dave Moody, 2 wide, 3 wide. It's a norm here at Talladega.
Clint Bowyer rides in the number 5 position. He's got company upstairs from Matt DiBenedetto, although Matt falls back now into a 2-wide battle with Chase Elliott.
That outside line beginning to get disorganized, that is, because everybody wants to make a third lane all the way outside. That's exactly what they do right now, and it leaves Matt DiBenedetto hung out to dry in the middle.
Ryan Blaney trying to mount a charge on that outside. He almost scraped the wall. It got that high. He drives now, pulls it down to that middle groove. Again, trying to get something going against Kyle Larson for 7th.
However, the front 7 maybe make it 8 cars. Now break out single file. Kurt Busch, he continues to show the way. 10 laps are down. There are just 45 laps to go here in stage number 1.
Want the keys to a custom-built Mustang GT? You could win one of 3 custom-built Mustangs designed by 3 world-class build teams paired with 3 NASCAR drivers. Joey Logano, Austin Cindric, and Ryan Blaney. Enter before October 20th at midnight. Just text ROAR to 95615. That's ROAR to 95615. Or visit roarsweepstakes.moneylion.com and triple your chances by joining Moneylion today. No purchase necessary. Ends 10/20/19. Must be 18 or older. For official rules, visit roarsweepstakes.moneylion.com.
Hey guys, it's Dylan Welch. He's Tyler Burnett. We're the co-hosts of the Rip the Fence podcast. If you like traditional non-wing dirt track racing, we've got the podcast for you.
Shane Meal trying to drive away.
I can't do everything, but I could do anything and everything I wanted before I got injured. So,
just like many of the great podcasts going, we invite racers in to talk, and they tell us their life story.
And it's how I feel that matters.
It's the Rip the Fence podcast, available on MRN.com and your favorite podcast app.
Today's race sponsor, 1000bulbs.com, wants you to know homes and businesses across the U.S. are saving thousands of dollars on their electric bills by converting to LED lighting. Contact 1000bulbs.com today to see how you can save. 11 laps in, Kurt Busch leads Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon 3rd, Brad Keselowski 4th, and Clint Bowyer currently is 5th. From Talladega Super Speedway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
The battle for the 2019 championship will be filled with twists and turns.
We got to kind of calm down for these speedway races because you can use the bumper, but you end up taking 10 other people with you.
Each weekday, NASCAR Today brings you the top stories in the sport.
That's a totally different experience for me and Cup.
In the garage, at the track, or behind the scenes, NASCAR Today keeps you up to speed every weekday.
Go for it. What do we got to lose? I don't know. I mean, you might as well try it, right?
The 1993 Cup Series season had more than its fair share of twists and turns.
Checkered flag's waving. I look in my mirror, and here's Earnhardt right on my tail, and he goes down low to pass me. And I said, oh, no, you don't.
As Wallace spins, Wallace's car goes on its nose.
Hear stories that you've never heard before in a 10-part series called The 1993 Season.
And Davey was behind me, and we came off the corner, and there's a guy standing in the middle of the racetrack.
You can download it for free on iTunes and at mrn.com right now.
"13 laps are complete. The front 5 cars go nose to tail right down around the bottom of the racetrack. Everybody else going 2 by 2. Jeff, this is exactly why the infield is sold out and why this grandstand is almost completely full. It's hard to find an empty seat.
Well, that for a good reason, like you said, because the racing is just spectacular. If you like pack racing, Talladega, Daytona, none better. We've got that right now with a guy